Dude, the first week in your program, I made my money back.
It's really powerful of how much your life can change in just a few years.
And I did almost 100K in sales in my first like 3 months.
Just like running ads. The more I spent on ads, the more I made. The more I invested in myself, the more I made.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Justin Saunders and I help coaches scale online. And today I've got two special guests for you. Their names are Anthony and Connor, and they are both clients of mine that we've been working together for a while in the coaching space. So I wanted to bring them both on here so you can ask them some questions and we can kind of just go from there. So Anthony and Connor, would you guys mind giving a quick 1,000-foot overview of who you are, kind of how you came together in this business and where you're at now, and we'll go from there.
To rewind it back, I used to work in a gym making $12 per hour, Crunch Fitness, and I always saw people online killing it, making a ton of money, and I didn't really know how they did it until I surrounded myself with mentorships, masterminds, and spending a ton of money on self-education, and then I realized that I did not know anything, any marketing, business, anything like that. So I actually started my online fitness business and was able to scale that to about 35K months and building that to a 6-figure business on its own before I met Anthony. Now, I actually met Anthony a little while ago in your mentorship, Justin, in AIA. And then both invested into your elite program. And then we met up at the mastermind in Florida. That was really cool. And then we decided, hey, you're good at this. I'm good at this. Let's do this together. And that's pretty much how we started. And then now we're helping trainers who are trying to walk a similar path, who maybe are just starting out or already online and they're really just struggling getting sales, getting leads, understanding how to build a business, understanding how to build the structure. And we've really built a solid program for people who are just starting out or looking to grow, and we're crushing it right now. We're doing the best in our business that we've ever had, and we're only growing from here. Like, I firmly believe, like, obviously with your mentorship and mastermind that we're able to be a part of, we will be one of the dominating competitors and be heavy in the competition in this next upcoming year from your help.
Yeah, that was very well said, man. So my name's Anthony Bradley. I found Justin about 2 years ago through his brand presence and his brand professionalism. That's what really stood out to me. Also, too, we always joke about this, but the fact that, he's a fellow redhead. A big part of being on the online space is having that trust and that authority, right? Hence the term authority income. And, so I think the trust was just there early on. At first, it was kind of like, clicking into an ad and, I had been down that route before. I had invested in coaches before I even found you, Justin. And you kind of are a little resistant to that at first because you're like, everybody is trying to sell me something. But it was your follow-up email. I told you about this through your automation that had a very good video that went over, your system. And I was like, holy shit, like, this is in my head. That's exactly what I was looking for. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll hop on the call. Hopped on the call with Joe. At the time, I literally had like about 10K left in my business account. Like, I was just surviving off of organic methods. I had some great sales. I had a program already, but I just didn't have anything consistent and steady. And dude, the first week in your program, I made my money back. And then from there, it was just, I knew exactly what I needed to do. I didn't look back. I fucking dialed in. I went hard and I did almost 100K in sales in my first like 3 months, which was the most I'd ever done online and really ever. I've had some great years working in nightlife in Vegas, some great nights, actually. That's a whole nother topic video. But yeah, man, at that point, I just kept on with it. And it was really cool because, you were, even though I had finished the program, if I had reached out and had questions, you were still like, you would still help me. It wasn't like, hey, bro, your time's done. Like, you would still like kind of give me some advice and give me some pointers and stuff. And then I think you had reached out to me at some point and you were just like, hey, man, I'm launching this elite program. And I was like, man, I really wasn't even in the position to purchase that. But, I know very damn well that growth and comfort do not coincide. And I knew it was very uncomfortable. I felt stuck at that point. Like, I had done over $250,000 but I was like, I didn't know where to go from there. I was kind of getting burnt out on the whole fitness space and the clients that I was working with, my avatar. And I was very, very intentional about finding a partner. I knew at that point in my life, I said, I know I can do this on my own. I know I wanted to creep into the B2B and have a higher ticket offer, but I didn't want to do it on my own. I wanted somebody that had the same ambition and the same drive, and we could come together. And I was already great, but I wanted to multiply that greatness by having somebody just as great. And I didn't think it would come the way it did, but like, I would see Connor's ads ever since he came into your program. I would see his content, and then seeing him on calls, I just felt like I resonated with him. And I think at one point he was like, yeah, man, like I really need help with the sales. I think he was struggling with like taking on too many people at once, you know, dealing with fulfillment and sales and everything. And I was like, hey man, let me take some sales calls for you. You know, I was in a spot where I knew I could crush it. First call I took for him, I closed at 10K. And so that kind of like, you know, set it off for us. And then I told him, I said, hey, look, man, like I'm not trying to just come on as a salesperson. Like I want to build a business with someone. I want to go all in. And I think, you know, we had even reached out to you and asked you your thoughts and opinions. And you were like, dude, if it was anybody else, I would say don't do it. But I'm going to say you guys should fucking do this. And yeah, it was cool meeting up at the mastermind, being around a bunch of other people, like-minded individuals, you know, 6-7 figure and even I think some 8-figure business owners. So it was just a game changer, putting ourselves around those kind of people and, you know, realizing that this was the direction, like, you know, not only I need to go, but so many people need to go, just having a personal brand and being online and being able to add value to people's lives. So that's how we're here. I know that was a really long-winded answer there, but yeah, it's just truthfully, it's been so amazing, man. I consider you my brother for life, man, you know, and me and Connor, man, we're going to have a very, very long lasting relationship. Like he said, the best is yet to come for us both, man. Like, you know, you better watch out, Justin, because we're going to be, you know, competing with your ad spin here really soon, bro. And we're coming for you, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's really two main things I really wanted to highlight on what you guys both said, because I think your stories are amazing. You know, the first thing is you guys both started off in our accelerator program. And you both were hustlers, like putting the work, showing up every day and implementing exactly and getting results very quickly. But then the next thing, and there's not many people that do this, but you guys upgraded right after that into our higher level program to continue growing faster. And I think that really kind of shows the type of people that you are, that you really believe in mentorship. And that's also why I think why you guys are so successful with what you're doing now, because you don't just walk the walk. You don't just talk the walk, you actually walk the walk. And I think that's why you guys are hitting your record months as you move forward. And the other thing that I really wanted to highlight was just like how much you guys put in the effort every single day to show up and actually just put in the work and just make sure that, hey, if I tell you guys to do something, you go and get it done, where a lot of people don't actually do that, which kind of leads to why you guys have gotten the success you have. And then also why you guys led up to where you're at in this business is, you know, when you combine forces of what you guys both know, I truly believe that you guys are the most dominant force in the fitness coaching space, because you guys have actually both ran a successful fitness coaching business, where as a lot of times, and I'll be the first person to call it out, there are a lot of coaches out there that just try teaching how to do something and they've never done it. But you guys not have just done it once, both of you are combined, and that knowledge I think is just what's going to really take you to not just the next level, but consistently growing at a scale that's just untouchable. So I'm excited to see where you guys grow with this. I am curious if you would share some numbers with the audience on here. You know, when we first started working together, you guys both were doing fitness coaching. Aside from that, let's go into the fitness, helping the fitness coaches scale. I mean, you technically kind of started that at zero. Obviously you had the business experience before, but where are you guys at now? And what are some big lessons that you've learned along the ways?
The first month was a little rough. I think we were just still kind of like dialing in on our systems and processes, and you know, especially on the sales side and the marketing side, which, you know, the foundation of every business is two things, right? Sales and marketing. And so, you know, once we kind of figured that out, it was a pretty clear shot of, you know, just keeping our foot to the pedal, you know, keeping our foot on the gas. And the first month, I think we had, you know, busted like 30. The second month, we did a little closer to 40. And then March, we did over 50K cash collected. I think it was like total gross of around 75. And then April, our best month yet, we damn near hit 100K gross and did like over 80 cash. So, I mean, we're steadily growing. I mean, we're on the horizon. We're on track to beat that this month. We're about 3 paid in fulls away from having 100K cash collected month. So there's no doubt that we're going to hit that. I'm trying to hit that before Mykonos, so you can buy me that bottle of champagne you promised me. But no, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And then I guess the biggest lessons learned is just when you find what works, man, you just got to double down on that. And I would say the biggest thing, and I actually just went over this in a coaching call yesterday, is understanding that it's never a straight path. Like some people are scared to lose thousands of dollars a month when it comes to running ads, and those people are just not meant to run a business. Like if you're scared to lose a couple $1,000s and that takes you away from running ads, you just need to not be in this game, because it takes data optimization, which is why the KPI tracking sheet is huge, and it takes being consistent and be willing to lose thousands of dollars a month in a row in order for you to get the right type of data to optimize and, fix any bottlenecks that you might have in order to actually take yourself to that next level. And I think a lot of people just don't have enough mental endurance to stay in the game like that. Or maybe their pockets just aren't deep enough. They think they're coming into building a 6-figure business and they're going to do it because they invested in a coach. There's not one multiple 6-figure business out there that you don't have to put tons of capital and investment into in order to grow. And I think people just don't have that mindset. They want the quick fix.
Well said. Connor, what are your thoughts?
We talk to a lot of people. I mean, especially in my DMs, because we have all the leads coming into my profile, but a lot of people who are wanting big numbers. They have big goals, they have big dreams, but they're not willing to put in the big sacrifice, which is that upfront, you have to just delay the gratification. That's all it comes down to. Most people, they see all these numbers, 10K in 30 days. I made 40K in 30 days. They see these numbers and they think overnight success, but they don't really see what the behind the scenes are. They don't see what the sacrifices are. Like the long nights of just staying up and I've lost hours, days of sleep, just staying up thinking what the fuck can I do differently tomorrow morning to get me out of this situation. And even starting up my fitness business, I've stayed up so many nights because I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I was also comparing myself to other people who are also online, not understanding what road they took in order to get to where they are. And I think a lot of people, especially the ones who just want the quick wins, don't see that there's a deeper layer than just what they see at the surface. So understanding that, it's all a mindset thing at the end of the day, just like how fitness is, just like business. If you're mentally not in it for the long haul, you should never even start in the first place. And that was one of the cool things about AIA and obviously the elite program, is that you're surrounded with all these people who do understand that, because they have made that jump and they have made that sacrifice. Albeit some people investing for the first time, which is totally fine. You got to start somewhere. My first mentorship, I was making $12 per hour at a gym. I had $1,000 in my bank account. I invested into a 16K program at the time. I didn't have 16K. I had 1,000, and that was for gas, food, and everything else that I was wasting money on. I went into debt severely, and before that, I tried starting up a fitness clothing line. That costed me a lot. That was over $32,000 of my own money that I had to go ahead and use. So I was damn near broke at the end of the line. Quite literally, if I didn't have parents, I'd be homeless. No joke. So, it's really powerful how much your life can change in just a few years. We're flying to Texas tomorrow to shoot content, to do a podcast. I never would have thought I'd be doing that at 26 years old. So it's really nice. But just again, surrounding yourself with everybody who has same goals, like-minded, same ambitions, it really is the key to success, because you're only limited by your own beliefs.
I know what that just brought up something in my head. One of my favorite quotes is I've failed over and over and over again, but that's why I succeed, right? And taking that leap and betting on yourself, so many people are they're so scared to do that. But the cost of not doing that is staying stuck exactly where the fuck you're at and never living life to your full potential, So if you're somebody that wants to, go through your entire life with not knowing what your full potential is, then don't go into debt. Stay stuck. Don't invest in that coach, But if you want to fucking do the hard shit that most people aren't willing to do so you can live the life that most people can't live, then you got to fucking make that jump. You got to invest in yourself. You got to bet on yourself, and you got to show up and put in the fucking work.
That's facts. And so it kind of sounds like you got to risk it for the biscuit is what I'm hearing from both of your guys' sides of the stories, but also making an intelligent decision on the risk, right? You see all kinds of kids and people now, they'll put thousands of dollars into meme coins and have have no idea if they're actually going to make money. And it's literally a lottery machine. But most people wouldn't take that money and just put in themselves to grow. And like, I think that's I've been doing this for going on 7 years now. And you guys have seen this as well too, is those are the type of people that can take smart, educated risk that, excel to the next level. And that's why I'm on this call with you guys right here, because you guys both took a risk, not once, not twice, many times. But like the first program you invested in with us, you both took a risk. And then the second investment, you both took a risk. And, here we are today talking about how your business continues to grow and grow and grow. So truly happy for both you guys. It's been awesome. My last question to kind of sum this up is, for anyone that's on the fence of working with me or my company, what would you guys recommend to them?
And I have people reach out to me in my Instagram Messenger all the time and ask me that. And I say, just fucking do it, dude. Like, bet on yourself. I straight tell them exactly what I just said. Like, go for it, dude. Like, Justin's badass. You know what I mean? He truly cares, and it shows, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we wouldn't be here if we hadn't made that jump, if we hadn't made the investment. Scary. Like, when I talked to Joe at the time that I invested in AIA, I was not ready to invest in another coach because I just got burnt by another coach like 2 months before then. And I was like, fuck, man, like, I really can't do this again. But, you can burn yourself twice. The first time, and Alex Hormozi talks about this a lot, first time is when you invest in something and it doesn't go your way. And the second time you get burnt is when you let that decision impact from future decisions you make. So I definitely took that into perspective, and I realized, like, this is something I want to do long term. I need to keep investing because, again, just like running ads, the more I spent on ads, the more I made. The more I invested in myself, the more I made. And this is coming from somebody who I grew up middle class. Like, I'm very thankful for that. Very fortunate. A lot of people don't have, they grew up in better situations, and they're still not willing to make the investment. Every single person I've talked to who has said, oh yeah, I have money in crypto, I'm waiting for that to go up. But it's just enough money to go ahead and invest in yourself, invest in a program that actually works. Every single one of those people I've talked to always stay stuck. Because instead of betting on yourself and having that fail and bruising your ego, you're putting that power into something that's way outside of your control. So either way, if the stock doesn't go up, it's not your fault because you didn't put that power in your hands. So if you are in that situation, you have money, you have the ability, you have the resources to invest in yourself in a program that fucking works. Like, it works. We wouldn't be here if it didn't. But you got to put in the work. And it all starts here in your mindset. If you're mentally poor, then it won't work. But you have to take that jump, and that's the hardest jump you have to take, but it's the best one you're going to make.
I love that.
I think also too, man, like, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? And with you, Justin, something that really caught me early on, and I mentioned this earlier in this conversation, like, your brand presence, your brand professionalism is next level, dude. And then you have the testimonials and the reviews to back it up, So when somebody is going to make a big investment in themselves, like you said, it needs to be educated and calculated. When you look at the numbers, when you look at the testimonials, the reviews, and like what you've built, like, it doesn't lie, man. So what I would say to anybody that's on the fence is, like, trust your gut, trust your instincts, right? Your intuition, and do your research, watch the videos, watch the testimonials, and bet on yourself. Take the risk.
Take the risk and bet on yourself. Boys, I truly appreciate it, not just for the kind words, but also your time, because I know as you've gotten this system down and started scaling, your time becomes more and more valuable. So I truly, truly appreciate that. With that being said, we'll hop off on here, and thank you guys for hopping on.